Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane DC Superpowers Series 3. This wave consists of Nightwing, Deathstroke, and Wonder Woman. This entire line is a Walmart exclusive line, and it's a continuation of the 1980s Kenner Superpowers line. Kind of interesting how they're doing this. Cool for a lot of nostalgia reasons. So let's take a look. Start at the top, DC, ages 12 plus, little Nightwing logo, Superpowers, McFarlane toys. Here's Nightwing, he's got his two batons. On the back side, you can see a checklist of all the Superpowers figures so far. A couple of vehicles. There's his barcode, in case that helps anybody. Next we have Deathstroke. Similar type packaging. This is Deathstroke in his classic Deathstroke the Terminator look. McFarlane toys. Same checklist. Deathstroke's barcode. And finally, we have Wonder Woman. She has a cape. Pretty iconic looking Wonder Woman. McFarlane can make one for the Superpowers line, but they can't make one in their DC Multiverse line. Come on. Checklist. Wonder Woman's barcode. So no further ado, let's open them up. And of course, I did get two of the Nightwing figures and two of the Deathstroke figures, one of which to open and enjoy, and one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. Alright, now that we have these figures out of the package, here they are with all their accessories laid out. Nightwing comes with his two batons, Deathstroke his signature sword, and Wonder Woman a removable cape. So each one of these figures at least comes with something. This is the third wave of McFarlane's continuation of the Kenner Superpowers line. Nightwing, Deathstroke, and Wonder Woman. Nightwing seems to be a modern version. Deathstroke, his iconic look from, I don't know, the 70s or 80s. And Wonder Woman, more or less her iconic look as well. In this video, we're going to take a look at each of the figures. We'll check out their accessories, height, and articulation. And we'll compare them with a bunch of other figures, superpowers, and otherwise. So, let's start off with Nightwing. So here's Nightwing. His real name is Dick Grayson. He was the first Robin, sidekick of Batman, and eventually moved on to become Nightwing. He looks to be a modern version from maybe the Hush storyline. Should go good with the Superpowers Hush Batman. So let's take a look. Start with his face here. He's got that signature Nightwing domino mask. Looks kind of like a bat symbol, done in blue. Hair part on the side. Outfit, black spandex. The sort of blue Nightwing logo going on him. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation, old school style. Well, looks like we got knees too, so 7. Decent looking figure, very basic, but that's exactly what you're going to get with the Superpowers line. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. For a basic, cheap figure, not bad. Now for his batons. He has 2 of them. Very small. Very basic. Not much to say about either one of them. Here's Nightwing, holding those batons or Eskimo sticks. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at about 4.6, maybe 4.7 inches tall, which can translate to about 11.5 centimeters. And now for his articulation. It's basic, but it's going to be in line with the Kenner's figures from back in the day. His head, rotate around, shoulders, up and down, nothing in the elbows. Old school style hips, go forward that far, back pretty much all the way. Then he's got knee articulation as well. So 7 points, basic, but sufficient. Here's this Nightwing, next to the Superpowers Hush Batman. They do look pretty good together. And here he is, next to an older Toy Biz Robin. I believe it's from the Batman in 1989 line. Now, Toy Biz sort of continue the Superpowers. Not the exact same line, but they fit in pretty good together. It's also the same character, Dick Grayson as Robin, Dick Grayson as Nightwing. And here he is, next to a DC Direct Hush Nightwing. You can see the costume is exactly the same. Pretty sure this Nightwing is based off his appearance in Hush. Here's this McFarlane at Superpowers Nightwing. next to all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Nightwing figures they've made so far. Huge difference in scale. And then, next to a bunch of other 6 and 7 inch scale Nightwing figures in their modern black and blue costume. And here are absolutely all of my 6 and 7 inch scale Nightwing figures. Now let's look at Deathstroke. He looks to be in his classic iconic look from the 80s, from his comic Deathstroke the Terminator. His real name is Slade Wilson. He's a product of a failed military experiment, leaving him with enhanced agility, strength, and healing factor that's really powerful. So let's take a look. He's got that signature look, half black, half orange, one eye pretty much missing, one eye there. He's got a bandana flowing in the wind. He's got the sash or bandolier across his chest. Orange, black, blue outfit. You can see the texturing on the black, it's different than the rest. Little utility belt, knife on the side. Nice, good, basic looking figure. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. For a basic figure, it's really not bad. And now for his sword. This is Deathstroke's signature sword. It has that look in the handle that he always has. Blade silver, handle sort of yellow, a little bit bendable. And I have a bunch of different versions of Deathstroke's sword that all look similar. Of course, most are on a larger scale. And here's Deathstroke holding that sword. And now for his height. From bottom to the top of his head, about 4.7 inches tall, which you can translate to about 11.5 centimeters. And now for his articulation. It's basic, but exactly what you'd expect from a Kenner's continuation. His head can rotate from side to side. Shoulders go up and down. Nothing in the elbows. No waist swivel. Old school hips. They go forward that far. Back all the way. And then knee articulation. 7 points. Here's this Deathstroke. Next to a Mattel 5-inch scale Deathstroke from The Dark Knight. I know, it makes no sense if Deathstroke was not the Dark Knight in any way, shape, or form, but he sure got a figure in that line. And here are a few other Deathstroke figures that look to be wearing the same outfit from their classic iconic looks. And here are all of my 6 and 7 inch scale Deathstroke figures. I believe I have them all. And now for Wonder Woman. Her real name is Diana Prince. She's an Amazonian and a member of the Justice League. Arguably the third most important DC character out there. Now this is a standard, classic, iconic looking Wonder Woman. Now McFarlane really needs to release one of these in their DC Multiverse line. But in the meantime, let's take a look. Face here looks pretty good. She's got the tiara, long black hair. She's got this red cape, which is removable if you don't want it like that. She's got the typical American outfit. The stars, the blue, the white, the red. Looks like the same points of articulation on the other figures, 7 points. And a closer look at her face and head sculpt. They all look pretty nice for what they are. And then here's Wonder Woman broken down as far as she can go, with her cape removed. I actually think she looks better without the cape on. More like the Wonder Woman I'm familiar with. But it's cool to have both display options. So let's take a look at her cape. Old school style cape. It's got that sort of plastic ring in here to go around their neck. The cape, I think it's made of a better material than I remember the Superman cape being made out of. Not too bad, but still pretty basic. Here's Wonder Woman. No cape. And here she is, with the cape on. And now for her height, from bottom to the top of her head, about 4.6 inches tall. Can translate to about 11.5 centimeters. And now for articulation, just like the other figures, her head can rotate from side to side, shoulders go up and down, nothing on the elbows, legs, old style hips, forward about that far, back all the way, and then single jointed knees. Here she is, next to a couple of 6-inch scale Wonder Woman figures in their classic costume, one from the comics, one from the TV show. And here are all of my 6 and 7-inch Wonder Woman action figures. Here are all three of these figures in front of the original Kenner Hall of Justice from the Superpowers line. Excellent playset that these new figures work with as well. Now let's check them out next to some other Superpowers figures. Here's the Hush Batman next to the Hush Nightwing, a couple of modern members of the Bat family. And here's the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in front of the Hall of Justice. Here are these new Series 3 figures on the left, next to the Series 1 figures on the right, Batman, Darkseid, and Superman. And here are the Series 3 figures with the Series 2 figures on the right. We have John Stewart Green Lantern, the Batman Who Laughs, and the Flash. Here's McFarlane's entire collection of their modern DC Superpowers line. Kenner throwback, nostalgia, homage. Very cool. I have no idea what Series 4 is going to bring. Add in these vehicles, and you've got the entire McFarlane Superpowers collection. And the only things I have from the original Superpowers line are the Hall of Justice and the Batmobile. Well, I have a couple of figures that are still unopened, but as far as out and about with these guys, I don't have any of the original Superpowers figures, and I kind of wish I did. I'd love to see how they blend in together. So it's a pretty cool wave. Series 3, I'm actually pretty impressed with all three of the figures. They're basic, but they all look good. They're in their classic, iconic designs, traditional looking figures. Probably like Deathstroke the most out of these three, then Nightwing, then Wonder Woman, but of course I'm a little bit biased for the Batman figures first. Nice wave. Looking forward to seeing what Series 4 brings and what new vehicles are going to be coming out. Hopefully we'll get a playset, whether it's Hall of Justice or a Batcave or something. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.